Why is pitching important? Is it a skill that everybody needs? Actually, it is. You need this skill, I need this skill. We all need to do this from time to time. We all need to sell an idea. We all need to say to people, this is my idea, I'd like to share it with you, now let's go with it. It could be a business meeting, it could be a job interview, it could be persuading your family where they want to go on holiday or where they want to go for a meal or something like that. Every situation where you need to get an idea across and persuade people. So during this course, I'm going to be talking to you about the language that you use, the preparation that you do, the emotional connection that you make, all the sorts of things that you need to remember. Because when most people pitch something, they just roll up and say, here's a great idea, guys, let's do it. Completely unconvincing. And you'll know from your own experience that people often don't go with that. You need to think much more carefully about how to be persuasive, how to influence people, not in any kind of underhand salesy way, but in a normal relationship type of way. This is a skill for life. Showing people your ideas and getting them to share your ideas and understand what you're trying to do is something that we all need to do a lot of the time. Probably most days we're doing this sort of thing, this sort of negotiation goes on. And why am I the person to tell you this? Well, I'm Alan Stevens, as I've said. I'm someone who's been around the world now for 40 years, working with large organizations, small organizations, and individuals, helping them to put their ideas in a concise form and deliver them to an audience so that the audience is persuaded. And it's a simple skill, but it's a very, very important skill. If people do it well, it makes a huge difference to their lives, a huge difference to how they behave. And again, we're not trying to sell somebody something they don't want. What we're doing is explaining to people how our idea can help them. And if we can do that, well, actually the world would be a better place for a start, wouldn't it? But your world will be a better place too. So this course is really, really important. It's a skill that you're going to find incredibly valuable. You'll use it over and over and over again, and you're also going to enjoy it. Being concise is really important when you're creating that pitch. You've only got a very, very short amount of time right at the start of your pitch to start convincing people. One of the things that's very important is making people feel safe. They don't want to feel threatened in any way by your pitch, so you've got to get on their level. You've got to be talking to them in a way that makes them feel safe and comfortable. Choice, fairness, and accountability. 3 very, very important words. 3 of the most popular words in the English language. So try and use those words, choice, fairness, and accountability, in your opening lines. The beginning of your pitch is probably no more than 60 seconds, 150 to 180 words perhaps. What that means is you've got to distill down the essence of your pitch into those opening lines. Tell people the most important thing about your pitch at the beginning. It's really important that when you're pitching to somebody, they understand what you're pitching about. Far too many people begin their pitch with an introduction. They say who they are, where they're from, where they've been, all these sorts of things. The people don't care. Their time is limited, your time is short. You have to grab their attention very early. Those first few seconds are absolutely critical. So remember, make people feel safe and let them understand exactly what it is you want to achieve by the end of that pitch. We'll come back later in this course to talking about how you close that out, the sort of language that you use, but I can't stress enough how important these opening minutes are. If you come into a room not ready, that won't work either. So you need to practice being concise before you get into the room. Run over your opening line a couple of times. Make sure you know what you want to say and make sure you know when to finish. If you come in unprepared, if you come in and waffle, if you bore people with the opening few seconds of your pitch, the game is over. You've already lost. You need to think very, very carefully about how concisely you can deliver a pitch. My advice to you is to create that pitch, deliver it to somebody else, and then try and halve the length of it. And halve the length of it again. Keep it as short as you possibly can in order that that essential idea is delivered. So, like I've just been, be concise when you start your pitch.